Hey, welcome back. Welcome for the first time. If this is your first time joining us, got to get that out of the way. That's going to drive me crazy here. Yes, welcome back, my beautiful YouTube family. Been meaning to come on for a hot minute. I think it's been, like 5 or 6 days. But on that, in these energies, it feels like it's been 5 or 6 years. A couple things. If you would, we will get into some messages, pull some cards here. I have some updates, some things I want to speak on first, have some notes because I have been wanting to come on for a couple days. But if you would like to, first of all, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, because I want this to be a we thing. And on that, go ahead and like the video. If you would like to contribute your energy, get a personal message for yourself out of this. On that, know that on an energetic, time is irrelevant on an energetic level. So this is a timeless message. Whenever this finds you is just right. Like I said, if you subscribe to the channel, like the video, you're more likely to get a message out of it for you. You can contribute your own energy because, again, I want it to be a we thing, not a me thing. And on that, if something resonates, wonderful. If there's something that doesn't resonate for you, let it fly. I always like to say, take what applies and let the rest fly. So in the description box here, I have my notes for 2 reasons. So I can stay on task, and so I can remember to speak on the pertinent things, the things I wanted to share on, the reason I'm on here today. So in the description box, all the ways to work with me, my links, my website, etc. You can schedule a Zoom reading for a live reading, a Zoom personal reading. You can start your own wellness journey. On that, you can also drop a comment, send me a message. Now, in the pinned comments is the link for our private soul tribe, our Patreon community, our New Earth community. All 3 different terminology phrases I use for all the same thing. Typically, we speaking on the same group is what I'm talking about. Typically, we extend these messages in there a bit, like 90% of the time. On that, I don't know that will be the case today because I have a little bit more to say. It's been a bit since I've been on, so I may just get it all in this message, go a little deeper, share what I typically do with the Patreon community with all of you. And also I have some personal readings for people I need to do later, and I need to conserve some of my energy that way. On that, if you're wanting a reading, not a live reading, reach out. We can do that too. I offer texting, emails, messaging. I have the WhatsApp, depending on what country you're in. And with that, you receive your reading 24 to 48 hours after I receive payment. That's where I'm at now. That may change here down the road as the readings become more of a thing for me, a more frequent thing. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? Oh, on the Patreon community. So yes, I may not extend this video message. We might not go further with the video message today. In fact, we probably won't, but like I said, we typically do. And a new feature for our private soul tribe, our Patreon community, our New Earth community. Again, all 3 phrases, just in case you've heard me say one and not the other, just know that I'm referring to the same thing. But now we'll be offering almost daily energy updates in there, just quick energy updates. Oftentimes people don't have time to listen to the long videos, but it's nice to just have a quick message you can read, see the images, and get kind of a summary for the vibe, what's going down that day. And it's just kind of that daily check-in. So if that's something that interests you, again, you can join our private soul tribe and get access to that. Let's just see. Oh, also, I would love for you to drop a comment, contribute your energy. Let me know what is resonating for you, right, as we go on throughout this message with the cards. And also, I would like to have this be a we thing. And on that, if there are certain topics, subjects that y'all would like me to dive a little deeper on that feel pertinent for you, maybe something you're struggling with right now, I would love to hear that as well. Drop a comment. I won't guarantee that I will dive deeper on maybe your exact recommendation, but I will certainly consider it. And I will be grateful for all of the recommendations and the feedback. And who knows, right? Your suggestion might cause a compound effect or a domino effect that triggers a remembrance in me. And on that, I think we can get a little bit into these energies before I pull a couple cards, because let me just check. I think I have said, I got the new Patreon features, topics. If you all want me to dive deeper, let me know. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Yes, I think I have it all. I've been trying to come on for a couple days, which it's okay. It all worked out. In fact, I was able to organize my thoughts, get these notes together, kind of summarize the downloads, insight that I have been receiving, and holy energies. I just didn't have the energy to come on. Monday was kind of all over the place. Been waking up in the morning, feeling great. Early AM wake ups, like 3 a.m., 3:30 has become my average or normal the last week or two. But I'm not going to complain because I've been feeling great when I wake up. Even got a workout in 3 days in a row, 3 mornings in a row. I think I did that last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as well. Got 5 workouts in last week, just feeling like a rock star. On that, I had 46 months opiate free yesterday. I can't believe in 2 months I have 4 years. Just insane. But the workouts, the recovery, it's all connected. 555, which is all about change. And on that, don't expect things to change if you aren't willing to make a change, right? I know I've been speaking to a lot of y'all, and most of the people I've been speaking to we've really been going through it, right? These energetic downloads. We are transforming on a cellular level, receiving so much light, and given the opportunity to detox, shed everything we don't need to carry with us into 2024, right? Because this is a very significant year as far as building, laying foundations, etc. And it feels like on an energetic level that we are being dumped with the last 11, 12 months. That was a weird light change worth of energy in the last 2 weeks of the year. So no, you're not alone on that. Yesterday I took, I did get workouts in all 3 mornings this week, but yesterday I took 3 different hour-long naps. One mid-morning, one again at 1 something, and one again I think at 5 or 6. And then I still went to bed at 8-ish, which is my normal time. So I wonder why I wake up at 3. But again, be willing to be weird. Do what works for you. No, my sleeping routine is not like most of the world. I often get teased about going to bed so early, but it's required for me to be a functioning human. I always say if I'm nicer, you're nicer, and vice versa. And on that, my best insight, that's my 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., 6 a.m., that quiet time, that silent time, that time with me. Again, don't expect to make a change if you aren't willing to make a change, right? We have to shift some things. I didn't just get to almost 4 years opiate free by I didn't just happenstance into it, right? Took work. It still takes work. It's like my workouts, our physical body, our spirit self. It's not a one and done. We don't get to enlightenment or get to fit and you're forever there, right? The rent is due every day. And same with our spiritual practices. In fact, we need to up our spiritual practices at this time. And so not only, right, didn't I not have the energy the last couple of days, like I was intending to want to come on since Monday, but also it just feels like the outside distraction noise gets louder. Even it's 10 o'clock and I'm on here now with my hair still wet. I had initially planned on coming on this afternoon, but I just kept hearing, do it now. You never know what's going to come this afternoon. Do the things that are a priority to you. Our ego likes to keep us from the things that it knows will help our soul to evolve, right? Expand, because the unknown is scary. So yeah, our ego will help us cling to a scary or to a uncomfortable known is what I'm trying to say. So, and also get used to the outside noise and distractions getting louder, and the need for you to up your persistence, your spiritual resilience more and more. I know the messages that have been coming through the last couple of months, both collective and personal, is we are spirit having a human experience. And for far too long, we have forgotten that, but this is the remembrance. And on that, the hero's journey, right? Don't expect something to change if you aren't willing to make a change. If we didn't have all of this chaos coming at us, right? I can share these videos. I can share what's worked for me, how I found myself, what I've been doing, right? And the life experience. I can share these videos and I hope that they help, right? Provide some guidance, some comfort. I hope they're helpful to you. But on that, words don't teach. And so I can share my experiences until I'm blue in the face. But we are all on our own hero's journey, and on that, the resilience, the chaos, the stuff that's outside, external, that you can't change, know that that's happening. You're not supposed to change it. It's happening for you to change you, right? Change the only thing you can, that you're in control of, which is yourself. And so, yes, I can't hand over my life experience, my lived experience, because again, words don't teach, life experience teaches. But hopefully I can spark a remembrance in you that will, this came to me, I can spark a remembrance in you. All of this may spark a remembrance in you, right? Like I have to release outcomes. I share the messages. I hope they reach who they are supposed to reach. But again, you need to experience it firsthand for it to become truth for you, to become a knowing, to become something you live, to become solidified, right? Until then, it's just words you read or words you hear, someone's speaking at you. I couldn't think of that. So yes, almost there. And then we'll pull some cards here. Cellular upgrades. Oh, and on those cellular upgrades, I'm just going to throw this little ad lib. No, I'm not a medical doctor. If you're feeling super ill, go to the doctor. But in my personal experience, what I have experienced myself, and I also took an energetic course for over a year, like 52 weeks. And so I learned a lot of stuff in there, right? And I actually, these ascension symptoms on these upgrades, on us getting 11, 12 months worth of energy downloads being dumped on us, the light coming in, right? More solar flares than we have ever seen in our lifetime, not to mention all the other cosmic astrological shifts, but I'm not going to go too deep into that. That is not my forte. But what I do remember from the energy class, and it just hit me yesterday, and it's been like a year and a half, I think, at least, since I've been out of that course. But what I have been experiencing the last couple of days for myself, ascension symptoms, I'm not even going to list the things that were aching because I would have to list everything. But know that if you were having third eye pressure, headaches in between your eye, crown, downloads, throat scratchiness, I'm still there a little bit yet today. Nasal drainage, I don't know when this red nose is going to go away, runny nose. But also, this is something I haven't been experiencing all the time, but I was experiencing again in the last couple of days. And that's how I know these shifts are so significant. We are transforming, changing from the inside out on a DNA level, on a cellular level. You don't have to know how all this works. Just listen to your body, give your body grace. But on that, I would feel really warm, hot one moment, and then an hour later, I'd be really cold. And then I remembered from my energy class, when you are cold, when you get the chills like that, that's fear leaving your body. And then when you get that warm feeling, for myself, I was sort of feverish, but not ill, but then a flushed face. And that is when the light is coming in and we're integrating light. So just little reminders to give yourself, right? Like instead of being like, woe is me, I'm feeling icky at the moment, be like, there I go, releasing fear, right? Like help it. Help the process, be grateful it's happening because you don't want to carry that with you anyway. And also if you're getting warm, flushed, be grateful for the light. That is our medicine, right? Yeah. Also, we've been healing the inner child, right? And therefore our childlike innocence. So they're returning to our soul, right? Our spirit, that remembrance again. And on that, there comes that hope, trust, faith, and then we also regain, retain, remain, remember again that hope, innocence, childlike awe, just awe for everything. And I have a few. So I'm curious to see if something comes through on the inner child stuff or with our cards here. I have no idea what's going to come through on the cards here. I just have a little bit I want to share about. We're still kind of in the Venus and Scorpio, right, till the end of the month, and still kind of, now Mercury retrograde too. So review, revise, revisit. And then from June until just last month, we came out of that 5 month, I got hairs everywhere, 5 month retrograde, where we were really in this deep relationship review. And in that, now we are processing, integrating, discovering, reflecting upon, having the time to process what we like. Holy shit, right? What did we just experience in the last 5 months? And how do I take all that in and how do I embody that and make the changes, leave behind what I need to, carry what I want to going forward, right? How do I make those shifts, that type thing. And so now know that if you are being reminded of people from your past relationships popping up, coming up, no, it's not a sign to reach out to them, right? But it's a sign to heal the wounds, forgiveness, right? And know that you can do that on an energetic level without initiating contact or initiating that relationship again. We are also the whole paradigm shift, right? Age of Aquarius. We're going from survival to thrival, and on that with relationships, we will begin to see a lot of divorces and relationships break up. Not just relationships, but any foundations outside of us that were built. It could be governmental structures, financial structures, you name it, right? Anything that was built not on love will begin to crumble, and that can be said for relationships as well. In the past, right, we were really told to choose a relationship based on survival and need, right, for security, protection, and having something in common, actually loving the person was secondary, right? And think back to when there was like arranged marriages and people were just born into just for money, right? My hair and my necklace is driving me crazy here. That pairing up for materialism only is what's being released, whether that's a job or relationship, whatever. And now that we know our worth, right, we're keeping our hearts wide open. They've been cracked open so often we can't not have them open, right? Unconditional love is not for just one person, but it is a state of being for all. But on that, know that, yes, we keep our heart wide open, and then we just detach with love. No blame, no shame, no resentment, right? We just, if there are those that are unable to reciprocate, unwilling, unable for whatever reason, right? We just move on. But again, we keep our heart open. Yeah, again, don't reach out to those people. We don't need to make the connection or contact again, but to heal what comes up so you can resolve and dissolve these relationships on your own. Cord cutting. You could do like bath rituals. Yes. Being patient, being willing to wait for what we deserve. And with that, right, we're able to wait for what we deserve now because we know that our security is self-sustained. It comes from within. We don't need another. So I love that. Okay. Clearing. I got my selenite wand here today. Simply for no other reason than it's easier and less messy. So let's get into this message here. Spirit, what can you tell us? What do we need to know? What's going to be most helpful for the viewers watching? I would love to hear what you are finding beneficial about these videos. Again, what you would like to see more of, learn more of. I might pull a card or two here, and then there's been some beautiful tarot stories coming through here. All right, this morning I was doing a reading, and I remember thinking I should do this live on YouTube. It's so beautiful. Deep replenishment, rest, retreat, rest, and be held. That goes right along with this Mercury retrograde, right? Revise, revisit, review, retreat. Don't make a move. Like the reel this morning, I think I shared, pause, wait, say no, not. Sometimes non-action is the best action. And that said, come out of the cave, be authentic, share your voice, persecution. So again, we're no longer fearful of sharing our voice, right? We know in this lifetime we are safe. So we're able to, says what lights you up. We know we can follow our joy and we're safe to do so. We know, again, that our security is sourced from within and that any desires that are planted in our heart are meant for us. On an energetic level, they are already here, right? We just need to align with it. When desire and belief are aligned, that's when things can be made manifest in the physical. Yeah, this is the one from this morning. Wait. Postpone, pause, say no. Sometimes not. Now I can't remember if that was last night. I think it might have been last night. Anyways, it's been a repeat message. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yeah, lots of light coming in, lots of fear we're releasing. Allow yourself time, like that rest, retreat, or be held. Yes, allow yourself time to process these shifts so you can embody the new. And this is Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Okay, I'm being told to read out of the book for this one. And then we'll do a tarot story here, I think. I was just going to say, as long as it's not too hard to find and it's easy. So here we go. The Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it is time to ask them. I love that. They can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal team of helpers in the spirit realm. They're willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides devoted to the rising of Earth and all humanity. If you are a light worker, it is from them that you receive your personal mission. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put in your requests and let them get to work. I love that. Ask and it is given. And then boundaries fill out here by itself. So yes, if there's some boundaries you need to implement. Don't we all, right? I'm getting better and better about it, though. I have found for myself it's harder. The closer we are to people, the closer the relationship. Probably because it's the more baggage, the harder it is to implement boundaries. But I've even been doing that with the hardest ones for me lately. Help is on the way we have here. And also, this is releasing the stagnation, the mental chatter, feeling stuck in your head type vibe. Whether that help that's coming is coming from someone in the physical world, right? Like actual help coming in, or that divine guidance that you can call on that we were just talking about. Know that you are supported, loved, guided. You can trust that. And it's safe to ask for help. Yes. Spirit says, I said what I said. I want to help. Okay. I'm just going to get a bit of a story here. Let's see. Death and rebirth. Yeah. All right. Letting go. Oofta. Well, that explains what we've been feeling. Okay. Oh, and then we got strength bottom of the deck here. So we've got death and rebirth. 8 of Cups. So death and rebirth. 8 of Cups, which is letting go. She's putting the last of the heavy, her last singing bowl in the water there and walking towards the light. And this is choosing yourself is a radical act of self-love. This is choosing yourself in the face of adversity, right? Choosing yourself even despite doing so alone, right? Like even if no one else is choosing you, you choose you type vibe. And 9 of Wands, we go from the wounded individual, right? The wounded child to the warrior with wisdom. This speaks on like you're almost there. Continue to push on. So yes, because 10 of Wands is crossing finish line. And then we have the Tower. So we have the death and rebirth and the Tower both here. So this death and rebirth speaks on our cellular upgrades, right? Our transformations happening, from the inside out at a DNA level. The Tower speaks on perhaps you feel like the rug is being pulled out from under your feet type vibe, right? Like, again, the chaos, the external chaos, you feel like you have no control over. Maybe the universe is saying no, right? There's a wall up. Know that redirection is always redirection and rejection is always protection. You have no idea what you are being protected from. And then, yes, after all of this, Major Arcana energy, we have the Queen of Wands, and this is building your queendom, knowing who you are, being authentic, all the creative power. And then, yes, like I said, we have the Strength on the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Anything else you can tell us on that? So trust that good things are coming. If you feel like your world is falling apart, congratulations. It's just those, again, those unsteady foundations, anything not built on love, anything not built on solid ground, genuine. Then we got another. So we got double queens here, Queen of Pentacles. Yes. Anything that wasn't solid, stable, genuine, like I was just saying, had to fall off because we are the Queen of Pentacles and not everything is meant to go with you, us. Again, we thing, me thing, right? Like not everything is meant to go with us on this next cycle. And sometimes it just means the no, sometimes just means not now. I know it can be hard to let go of people, things, situations we thought would go with us forever, but trust that this is 10 of Cups, wish fulfillment coming in, like soulmate union, the happy life, right? The all the things we've been wanting. Again, so trust that. We got our double queens. We just can't. The Empress here, which is embodying all the queens, right? So we have the Queen of Swords, so we have our boundaries. We have Queen of Wands, so we create. Queen of Cups, emotional stability. Queen of Pentacles, we know how this energy creation thing works. And again, Eight of Cups, we're willing to choose a radical act of self-love. And we're able to just laugh, right? Knowing that this is all just a dream, like laugh because, oh my gosh, we took this so seriously. We thought the world was out to get us when in fact, it was just here to show us who we are so we can step into our power. I love that. Okay. Well, let's get us a moon card here to end us with since holy Hannah, it's already been almost a half hour, but I had things to say. It's been almost a week. I hope you all found this helpful. Clairvoyance, inspiration, interpretation, trust yourself, trust the messages you're receiving has really been a theme, and soul radiance, Phoenix rising. This has been a repeat theme for us in our Patreon community. Got a scratchy throat here coming, so it's gonna be time for me to go anyway. But on that, if you are wanting a personal reading, wanting to dive a little deeper into your own energy, again, reach out, let me know. Offer multiple ways, platforms in order to do so. So depending on what country, where you're at, you can typically make it work. Go with the flow, letting go, cleansing, receiving. Be willing to trust that any of the tower moments, this death and rebirth process, this awakening process is for our benefit. Again, it's happening for you, not to you. And let's see. One final message. Friendship, support, fun, unity, play, and deep emotions, unknown feelings, past life influences. So know that if you have been going through it, like we all have been, like we just spoke on, right? You're not alone. And the stuff that you've been healing isn't just personal, but collective. So thank you for your service. Isn't just from this lifetime, but from multiple lifetimes. So your ancestors, thank you as well. Go have fun. Show yourself some love. This is how we're going to call in our tribe, right? Is by being joyful, living from that heart center. And again, the Hierophant, right? Like laughing at it. Why are we taking this all so serious? This is really but a grain of sand or the blink of an eye, this one lifetime. So enjoy it while we're here, right? Ask yourself, dig a little deeper. Ask yourself who told you that you need to take things so seriously and why it can't be fun. Maybe do some journaling on that. Again, right? Like expect change without making change. And yes, I have made some significant changes over the last 4 years, but not without significant, consistent work. And I would do it all over again. Not that I'm just a hot mess today. Not that it wasn't worth it, but I just don't want you all to look at me and hope for the confidence I have, right? I got to speak on this just for one moment. Someone just commented the other day on my stories and was like, I love how comfortable you are. I didn't start out that way. When I started coaching 4 years ago, I had to like psych myself up to even speak on my stories, yeah, it became natural. And for a couple of years there, I was sharing every day, probably longer than that. And now in the last year and a half or so, I only share. I've really been about inspiration over obligation, and I can't do all the things, and I'm wearing more hats now, but I don't not share every day because I'm not comfortable. It's just, I can only be in so many places at once. But again, this is my hope for these videos. Everyone can have access to YouTube, right? And it's free. And so, and there's also ways, if you are wanting tools, tips, tricks, ways to tap into your own internal guidance. I did create, I was calling it a course. I didn't want to call it that because it's not work, right? Yes, you do have to contribute some energy, have some skin in the game. I don't think you'll benefit from anything if you don't put some effort, have some skin in the game. But it's not it's self-paced, very reasonable as far as the price, and you own it forever, and the results will continue to pay out for a lifetime. It's not a one and done thing. But on that, yes, if that's why I created these things, I would love to just give you all the advice in my inbox on Facebook or my other platforms. But if I chatted with you all and answered all of your questions individually, I wouldn't have energy to. I created these platforms so I could create in a couple different spaces and reach the people that are truly wanting to invest in their health and the changes. And I believe if you're truly wanting to invest, you will. So, and if you don't, or you haven't yet, you aren't miserable enough yet, and said with so much love, but you have to get to the point where you are not willing to suffer even for one more moment and invest something in your health. Think about all the time and energy you've contributed into your non-health, or going in the opposite direction, right? It's going to take some time. Once you turn around, it's not an overnight thing. It's going to take some time to work at chiseling yourself back out of that hole, but it is possible. And I will never be the one to tell you you will be done. In fact, you will become, if you're anything like me, you begin to see the results, and then that becomes satisfying, gratifying enough in itself. You do the things simply because you can't not do the things, if that makes sense. 3, 2, 2, 3. So there we go with the mirroring. On that, I've chatted for way too long. I hope y'all are well. Have a wonderful week. Happy holidays. Who knows? I might be on in 2 days. I might take a week off, and I might not hop on or do another video until after the first of the year. But you know how to reach out if you're needing something.